All right, guys and gals, it's about that time of day again here, folks. Newsletter time. JJ here, School of Trade, Sideways Markets. It's already November 17th, 2014, 17th day of the 11th month of the year. Welcome to the third week of the 11th month, third week in November. Guys, we got one full week left until Turkey Day, right? Are you ready for Black Friday? Have you picked out your attire for braving the elements? Who's going to Walmart with me on Black Friday this year, right? Yeah, I'll see you there. I will see you there. Well, as you guys know, a little bit of a sleepy start to the week this week. Really felt like the markets were trying to figure out where they wanted to go today. Got a bunch of ranges to deal with for tomorrow. Very excited for this newsletter tonight because we get a lot of really big clues as we go into the end of the month. And of course, we start talking about December right now, right? I saw a projection on the Russell that puts us back to 1100 December 1st. I know, lots of action coming our way. But before we jump into tonight's newsletter, you know how we roll around here. I want to make sure you guys are over on my blog right now. Make sure you're watching this video over here at sidewaysmarkets.com. Get on over here to sidewaysmarkets.com. If you're watching this video on our YouTube page right now, I understand you are. We have the biggest YouTube page in the industry. If you're watching on the YouTube video, there's a link right below the video. Take you over here to our blog. Make sure you get over here for 3 reasons. Reason number 1, you can download all of my charts tonight. I slave away all day, maybe not all day, maybe for a few hours. And I would do it without this anyways. I would still do it if I wasn't doing a newsletter. But I've got all my charts. That's not the point. I've got all my charts ready for you to download right below the video. Click right there and you'll download them. Upper left-hand corner, guys, grab your free pass. Hot off the presses, grab your free pass. Come out and attend my trade room as a guest tomorrow afternoon. And then lower left-hand corner, right above my ugly mug, you'll see a spot for your name and your email address. Join our nightly newsletter email list. That way you never have to miss another newsletter. Now, guys, if you grab the free pass, if you're registered for the newsletter mailing list, I'm going to send you a verification email. So just make sure you check your email after you register. I'm going to send you a verification email to make sure I get the right email address and to make sure, of course, you're not a drone or a clone or a robot or whatever the heck else they got going on out there right now these days. All right? Looking good. Ready to rock? I got my helmet on. Seatbelts fastened because, hello, knock, knock, last call here for buyers on the mini Russell, right? Can you hear me out there, buyers? What happened? What happened here second week of November that turned everything around? Boy, you can see clear head and shoulders at the high. Very easy to see. I mean, it literally is a rocket up and a rocket back down, just falling short of that 1200 on the Russell. We're very bullish. We can see we've got indicators screaming at us right now that we're bullish. We're still well above our key level of support here at 1157.3. So we're still bullish here, right? I'm not going to call this bearish until we get below that 1153.7 and then keep going lower. So I'm not going to call this bearish just yet. But I'll tell you right now, they're starting to back up the truck here right now. We're getting below our BMT, right? The key moving average here right now. We still have some saving grace here, though. We still have this channel low here. We still have our buy zone here at 61.1. And we've got, of course, that key level of support, which is a reversal line, if you're a student of mine, down there at 53.7. So we're not ready to get short yet. I mean, you could definitely be justifying selling short down to that area. But, you know, for all the smart traders out there right now, we are still keeping our eye on the buy side right now on the Russell. I would expect the Russell to either consolidate here on top of the BMT or push strong into that low, right? Trap in some of the bears, maybe even get a tick or two below 3.7, right? That would be what I would expect. You know, get it to push below, right? Trap in those sellers because you know there's going to be a bunch of greedy sellers just getting short below that 3.7. So they'll probably trap in those sellers, right? Bring it back up, and that'll give a buyer like myself, right, a great entry opportunity. Basically taking the money right out of the seller's pocket, right, putting in my own, and then riding it back up. We have no idea, though, what tomorrow will bring, and so we're going to wait patiently tomorrow, see what happens. Again, I could easily see us going sideways here on the Russell, and I could also easily see us jumping down and then having to grab that reversal and go right back up. So I'm not calling us bearish here on the mini Russell until we get below, retrace, and continue going lower. It'll be very, very easy at that point to call this thing bearish. So we're hanging out, waiting patiently on that right now. Now, here's an interesting chart on the Rusty. Here's an interesting chart. Now, we obviously have this big jump up, and right, we had our targets up top here at 1200 last week, and you can see it just kind of failed. You know, sometimes they try and they fail. Now, usually what happens, though, usually we're going to get at least a second attempt, right? The markets love to do things twice, but apparently this market says, we gave it a good shot. Let's give up for now, right? Maybe they're trying to save some energy here for the end of the year. Who knows? But we definitely know, though, right now that this move, look at what's happening here. We have all this consolidation, right? Okay, there's a consolidation range right here. Another consolidation range down here. Right? Another one down here. So if you zoom out a little bit, now you start seeing, okay, remember on that last chart. On the last chart, we said 53.7, right? 53.7 is right there. Okay, so we're looking here for a bounce to buy it, but if we don't get that bounce to buy it, this thing is going to get ugly real fast. And what I would imagine is going to happen is it'll probably tumble pretty quickly and then consolidate again. Right? Give the buyers one more shot to regroup. If they don't, we'll go lower again and consolidate again. So be ready for this. Now, you're going to have a hard time predicting when it collapses. So don't worry about that. All you need to worry about right now is get below these lows and keep it below it. Then you shift your focus from buying to selling. Then you can really hone in on it, and you're going to use these areas for targets. Right? You're not going to try to get too cute with this. What I'm talking about is when you see this thing drop, if it gives us a nice big collapse, now you've got targets here, 46.7, 19.8 on the way down. Now here is a very interesting little tidbit here. You'll notice I took out my handy dandy ruler tool, and 933 bars, 933 candlesticks, 16 days, 22 hours, so we'll call that 17 days it took to go up those 3 legs up, right? That's pretty much what it is. 3 legs up. Leg 1, leg 2, and leg 3 failed. Now remember, I'm still a bull right now on this. I'm not saying I've walked away from the bullishness. This is just some speculation right now. If we project 16, let's call it 17 days, right? I'm no math professor, but let's just round that up to 17 days. And I'm going to guess, right, today's the 17th, so we got what, 28, 29, 30 days in November. I'm going to go out on a limb here right now and say if these buyers don't pull their skirts, that's probably the right way to say it. I apologize. If these buyers don't get their acts together, right, see, I must be aging, right? It must be maturing. Like a fine cheese, right? That's horrible. All right, bad jokes here. Back to my day job. I can see first week of December back at 1100. Makes sense to me, right? Makes sense to me. Hey, who cares, right? I don't care what direction it goes. I'm not buying and holding. But what I do know right now, though, is that this area could get a little bit ugly, right? As I said here, this looks about as fun as standing out in front of Walmart at 4 in the morning, right, for Black Friday sale. That doesn't look very fun. So be careful tomorrow. Again, like I said, it's probably going to consolidate. My gut tells me it consolidates, but hey, who knows? My gut's often wrong. So what I'm looking for, though, is I'm looking for price to go a little bit below that low, right? Because you know what's happening right now. You know the sellers are just drooling, right? Just give me a chance. Just give me a chance. I can smell the new leather on the Lamborghini right now, right? I can feel the wind in my hair on the yacht I'm going to buy with this big short, right? Remember, that's the psychology behind it. So look for price to tap, right? And then up we go, back up. That's what I'm looking for. If it goes lower, pushes lower, and then retraces but stays below these lows, wah, 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 red flag, sell. All right? You got a plan here, and you're going to plan for the rest of the month. Don't say I didn't warn you. Let's keep going. I just might have a knack for calling those things here. I don't know. Go back and watch my track record. You'll see for yourself. Gold here. How about we move from the mighty mini Russell to that funny yellow metal? Boy, this gold. Did you see this from last week? I'm not sure if you guys saw this from last week or not. Did you see this little doozy from last week? This was last Thursday. right? I'm not one to toot my horn, but I get the horn out right now. I'm going to start tooting it, right? That's a great, look at this thing, right? That's over 400 ticks per contract off that buy. Gave it to you guys last Thursday. It's set up on Friday morning at 9:30, right? Again, go back and watch. You can't trust what you listen to on television these days, right? Go back and watch that newsletter from last Thursday, and you'll see exactly, right, how accurate that call was, right? It's amazing, yeah. If you understand Ingrace and you can do some basic math, you're going to do pretty well with me here. Okay, what do we got on gold now? What do we got now? Okay, new higher highs. Now, I'm a little bit concerned about this gold. I'm a little bit concerned because we definitely have a new higher high. We definitely have us up at the high of the channel, right? So gold makes new highs. We're looking for a pullback, right? We're looking for a pullback. I would expect gold to pull back, right, and give us a chance to buy here again. Okay, dollar has been pulling back a little bit. Gold's going to do the same thing, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But here's my concern for tomorrow. Now, look at the volume here. Okay, let's go out and let's just analyze some volume. Okay, see that? Fun with the English language. Look at the volume. Does that look like we've confirmed a move higher, folks? No. No, 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 no. This looks like somebody got a little bit trigger happy with the buys. The buyers got a little bit ahead of themselves, and it's probably related to a dollar move lower, right? Dollar's really strong. Dollar takes a pullback, right? Okay, that'll push gold higher. We got 1,200 an ounce up overhead here. Okay, it's going to be a great target for the buyers. You know that's going to be a big magnet, right? Every miner in the world right now is literally, every breath they take is just get me back to 1,200, and I can keep working in the hole all day long, right? The mining industry is just getting slaughtered with this price this low right now. The reality, though, is I'm very suspicious of this move higher, all right? I'm very suspicious of this move higher. The volume, guys, doesn't lie. And I had a question about this afternoon. This is really the only time you'll see me using volume. This is really the only time you see me using volume. I'm going to analyze volume at the extremes, right? You know, volume, tape reading, whatever you want to call it. These are techniques that you don't want to use just all the time, right? It's a waste of time, use it all the time. But when we make a new high out of this consolidation here on gold, remember we had this wedge here on gold, we were just loving it, right? Selling the highs, buying the lows, it was a beautiful wedge. We got the breakout, the jump up, right? So we're coming out of this consolidated area. You should be suspicious every time a market makes a move out of the consolidated area, okay? How do I trade a breakout? The best way to trade a breakout is going to be when you find that consolidated area. There's really two ways to trade a breakout. One, as the price is going into that consolidation, look for a bear trap, right, and then buy it right there. We did that a couple times in the room today. Or wait for it to break out. Do not buy that high because it will come right back and bite you, right? But what you'll do is you'll wait for it to pull back, right, and then go higher. So I'm going to feel a whole lot better about myself being a bull here on gold if we can get some support after that pullback. Where's that pullback going to be? Right here. Right there. I feel like Bob Ross right now. It's a happy little consolidation area, right? It's a happy range. Where's my silver? There we go. Okay? So I'm going to feel a whole lot better about this if we hold and go higher, right? That will make me feel a whole lot bullisher, if you will. But in all reality, though, I'm going to find that buy on the next chart. So hold on real quick. Long-term buyers. Long-term buyers, we are drooling not over the first one, but we got buy zones here at 69.8. But I want the one down here. I want this one right there. This is the beauty I want. I could easily see this happening. I could easily see us. I'm going to take this trade tomorrow. Don't you worry. We will buy this if we get the trigger, right? I'm not going to overthink this, right? Remember, my job as a professional trader is not to think. My job is to execute. My strategy says new highs, pull back. If I see reaction from those buyers, I will buy that tomorrow. But I'm telling you right now, though, my gut tells me that we're going to bounce, go in, right, make it feel like we're collapsing, and then try to make that run there. Who knows? That's all speculation right now. I'm having some fun with it. Just trying to figure out, okay, what are some of the scenarios for tomorrow? So we're definitely bullish, but the volume, right, again, I don't really know. I'm going to take this high here, though, And that's what I'm really looking for, right, as the sign of the bullish strength, right? We break out, we pull back. The high of that range is a great buying opportunity here, right, for you short-term buyers. Long-term buyers, though, you got to wait. Long-term buyers got to wait, and I'd be eyeing that 61.6 down here, right? If you can get your teeth into it. Okay. Now here's a better chart. Now this chart really gives us a great clue here. It really gives us a great clue. Now we are thinking that consolidation is going to be right around 1179. So 1179 is the consolidation high. It's right there. So right here, this is where we have the high of that consolidation range. Capiche? Right? Deal? Okay. Now, we break out to the upside. Now we have a two-legged pullback. A two-legged pullback, for all the layman's out there, a two-legged pullback is nothing more than an ABCD, right? It's 100% extension. It's easy, right? So you measure the move, copy it, paste it, easy peasy, right? Easy as falling off a horse, from what I hear. So AB equals CD. It's a two-legged pullback. And you can see it puts us right into this buy zone right here. So although the buyers didn't confirm with volume today, in the short term right now, it's not looking very bullish. Very bearish. Let's put it that way. So we're definitely on the bull side right now, right? You can see we've got that buy zone. But again, stay patient though. Think of it this way. If I buy right now, where's my stop going to go? If I buy right now on gold, where's my stop going to go? Who knows this one? It's going to go with a close below that low, right? That's where it's got to go. So I got a pretty decent amount of risk on here. Okay, it's not good. You know how many pair of shoes for my wife that is? Right? You know how many pairs of shoes that is? It's like a closet full. Okay, so that's a lot of risk. Not a risk I'm going to take. I would much rather say, you know what? If I miss this move higher, whatever, I'll hop in on the next wave pattern and we'll get to 1200 and I'll still make enough for one shoe out of the bunch, right? But what I'd rather do is wait for it. Let's see them trap in those sellers. Let's see those sellers start drooling over this short and then fail. That's where I think you're going to get the best buy. I think that's where you're going to get the best buy. It's going to sneak back into here and bam, right? The bottom line is I want to get into this buy as close to the danger zone, right? Who said that? Who said that? Who's a member of mine? We teach Wyckoff theory. We teach Gann theory. We teach Stettlemeier theory or whatever the heck he called that, right? Auction market, right? Market profile. We teach all of that stuff to our students. And we know, right, thanks to our good friend, Mr. Richard Wyckoff, right, early 19th century, he told us that we want to get into trades where? As close to where that trade would fail. And so we know we love to get in right around these lows right here. So I would recommend for gold, stay patient if you're a buyer right now. Stay patient. Don't take this bait. This is too easy. Something's wrong, right? That's too easy right there on gold. Okay, targets above 1200, 1203, and we got 1210. So 3 targets waiting for you above. But guys, 1200, big round number, break-even point for the mining industry. Be aware, 1200 right above. It's almost too close not to get tested sometime here this week. Okay, moving forward here from the funny yellow metal down here to the black gold, the Texas T, crude oil futures, my favorite of the bunch, my favorite of the crew, had a real rough and tumble day today on crude, didn't we? Boy, nasty. It was pretty nasty out there today. We got a couple good trades on it before it got sideways and sloppy. This afternoon, you had that nice big rally this afternoon. That was fun, right? If you were scalping it with us this morning, you had to wait for the best scalping stuff this afternoon. But take a look at this, though. What are we dealing with? What's my trend? Trend is clearly down. I got lower lows, we got lower highs, we got red clouds, we're below the key moving averages. Easy peasy. Okay, no doubt about this. What else do we have here? Sell zones. Okay. Look where we are. Perfect spot right now. Perfect spot to be getting short right now. Now, this area was here for last week. I mean, this has been here for a while, right? It's been here for, well, I think I put this level up here, last Thursday? It was last Wednesday after that big collapse. So we've known about this for a while, right? And a lot of my traders here in the office are already short on this thing. The problem was, though, we got this little fake out here, and so now we're consolidating. We're waiting to get that confirmation. We're going to head down to that next level. So I think we have a couple of accounts are already short on it right now. Stops above that high, long-term trade. But short-term, though, I'd be definitely looking for a sell right now. Okay, we're looking for selling opportunities at the highs, targets down at the lows. And then if you extend this bad boy out, right, if you look at a measured move going lower here, this puts us right at 72, right? Right at 72. And if you measure this move down, again, kind of time it. 1 day, right? Only took 1 day to get down. Wow, that looks a lot longer than that. Yeah, that's right. I keep forgetting. That's last Wednesday's collapse. Yep. So that's going to be tough to project. But it does look like, though, if as long as we can go lower here, it looks like we've got targets easy to hit tomorrow, 73.90. And then possibly, right, what is that, 75? $3 in 1 day is pretty tough. We're getting about $2 and change right now. You know, we did $3 last week down, right? $3 last week down. That was pretty easy. Yeah, we might be able to get to 72 tomorrow. I doubt it. Tomorrow's rollover on crude as well. I'll talk about that in a moment. But right now, though, I am definitely looking for selling opportunities here. I am definitely going to be a seller here at 76.23, 77.33. I've got symmetry up here at 77.40 in case somebody starts a party in the pit tomorrow morning and this thing goes up. We'll definitely be looking for sales up there at 77.40. I mean, guys, if you can sink your teeth into a sell at 77.40, yeah, that's a great selling area right there, because look at all the room you've got now to go back to where we at least have gone before. Right? I mean, you're going to go 77 to 73, jackpot. $4,000 per contract. That'll put some presents under the tree for the kiddos. Absolutely. So we got 32 anchor. Definitely bearish on this. Check out this chart, though. Check out this chart. Now, I kind of threw it out here a little bit today. I haven't really talked about this in our newsletter. We just introduced a new price action trading strategy for our students. It's about 6 months old right now. We started rolling it out here. So we'll probably be seeing more of this stuff in our newsletter. But, boy, we have seen these buyers try and fail twice now. Now, okay, I'm going to give it to them the first time, right? Because we had Thursday, right? We had Wednesday, Thursday collapse, right? That was that $3 push down. So we knew last Friday, remember last Friday I said don't gamble on Friday, but I mean, we knew it was going to have some short covering on this. We knew there was going to be some bargain hunters. We knew it was going to go up. I wanted you guys just to be careful and not throw the kitchen sink at it because it was a Friday. But obviously, though, it was easy money buying on Friday. It was very bullish. So, but look what happened, though, right? So we're grinding up, right? Short covering rally. We pull back, right? Measured move going higher. And then, like we should, right? We collapse, right? That's natural. But what's comes next is today, right? We go through the weekend, we come back one more time, right? Rally. This is the very first thing we saw today. We saw that big rally off that low. Remember that this morning, guys? Remember that? Okay, big rally, breaks the rally, measured move up. Where is it going to go next? Probably right where that arrow's pointed. All right? Now, a little bit of me says you might get a little overshoot. You know, markets love to do that. It's kind of like that thing when, you're ready to give up. You throw your hands in the air and, right, you give up. Well, markets love to have that blow off, right? They love to have that blow off, right? That little push at the end with all those just uninformed traders getting at the end of the move. So I would expect a jump up tonight, right? Maybe get to the highs, maybe not. Maybe our trigger zone number 2. Okay, members? You know what I'm talking about, right, members? So look for trigger zone number 2 up there. That'll definitely be a look for a short on that. But again, I'm expecting this here to eventually find its way lower. Now, obviously, if I'm wrong, I will adjust my opinion of this for tomorrow, right? So if I come in tomorrow and I see us just cooking here to the upside, then I know clearly something happened between tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time and tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern time. And that could happen because we've got some serious news on the calendar going into tomorrow. So I'm definitely bearish right now on crude. I don't need this chart, but this price action definitely tells me here the buyers tried once. Okay. Buyers tried twice. Nope. Markets love to try once, try twice, and just like the average human being, oh, heck with it, right? Give up on it. So we're looking good for that 73.90 tomorrow. Hopefully, like I said, maybe 72. We'll see. I don't think we're going to get there tomorrow. Guys, a heads up tomorrow, we have rollover on the 18th of the month. Crude oil is tough. It rolls over every month. But it's easy because it almost always rolls over on the 18th. Okay, it's almost like clockwork. So 18th of the month is tomorrow, the last time I checked. So make sure you're aware. Tomorrow, we're going to be going into the, oh my goodness, into the 115. Oh my goodness, we're going to see 2015 tomorrow. I'm sorry, but that is just insane. I was like, what was I? I just graduated high school. Did I graduate high school? I think I did. I'm kidding with you guys. I had just graduated high school. My freshman year in college was Y2K, right? You know, all the craziness, what happens when they go double zeros. If you would have told me, I would have never thought to see 2015. Wasn't 2015 like George Jetson style, right? I mean, shouldn't there be flying cars by now? Somebody call Elon Musk. Somebody call Tesla up and tell them to pick up the pace, right? They're lagging behind right now. It's going to be 2025 here in no time flat. Anyways, tomorrow's rollover. Get off my tangent here. Get back on track here, JJ. Now, how about that news for tomorrow? We have some news for tomorrow. Let's take a look. So tomorrow's going to be rollover on crude. So be aware of that. In fact, we'll check the volume tomorrow morning. We open the room tomorrow, so be there for that. Tonight we've got news here in Australia. We've got the meeting minutes from the Royal Bank of Australia. So we get the meeting minutes on Australia tonight, just like our FOMC meeting minutes, just like the minutes from the ECB, same stuff. Now that's really important. Why? Why is it really important that we listen to Australia right now? And don't forget about their buddies, the Kiwis. Don't forget about the New Zealanders. They're just as important. There's two reasons. There's two reasons why you got to take Australia seriously. No, it's not the Vegemite. It is natural resources and China. Natural resources in China. Huge, 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 huge mining industry in Australia, right? Big, 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 right? And where do they ship all that stuff? To China. Why? Because everything from electronics to everything, right? Every little piece of metal, every little natural, anything dug out of the ground in China is coming from Australia, basically, give or take. So we know tomorrow, well, tonight, 7:30 p.m., just a few minutes, we're going to hear from the meeting minutes. Okay, remember, Australia is directly correlated to the economy in China, so listen in for that tonight. Then we go tomorrow morning, we got the Bank of Japan. I'll tell you right now, Abe, right, at the BOJ, it's a toss-up right now whether I'd rather be Abe or Draghi, right? I mean, seriously. You're right up there with being Ben Bernanke in 2009, right? As in, like, I would rather be on America's Most Wanted, right? I'd rather be on that television show than be these people at these central banks right now. They really have some difficult decisions right now, okay? Draghi, you can just feel him getting scared every single day right now. So we know we got Japan tomorrow morning. Okay, and then we're going to hear, oh my goodness, we got ZEW tomorrow morning. Oh my goodness, this is going to be fun. Tomorrow has potential to be a crazy day. Today was a really sloppy day, so you kind of felt that today traders were, probably not traders, but big asset managers today. They were kind of getting their bearings back at $75 a barrel, projecting for $1,200 for gold, possibly failing, going back to 1,100 for the Russell, right? So you kind of felt how today kind of felt like that day where everybody kind of went and ripped off the old page, read up a new plan, and said, okay, here's how we're going to do it for the rest of the month. So tomorrow, we got a ton of news here. Between Australia tonight, Japan tomorrow morning, we got CPI from Great Britain, we got PPI from Great Britain, say that 10 times fast. But tell you, the big news tomorrow is ZEW. The ZEW is it's a business survey out of Germany, and by the way, in case you're wondering, Germany is their economy is just a little bit important for the EU, and the EU, remember, is basically teetering on recession, right? Our good friends in Italia, they're technically in a recession. If it wasn't for the news last week from Germany, I think Germany had like a 0.01 GDP. It literally is like one little nudge, right? One bad schnitzel, and you're going to see this market, you're going to see Germany go into recession. And then if you're trying to tell me that the ECB is not going to react after that, if you're trying to tell me that Europe's not in trouble when their biggest economy goes into recession too, and this is Germany we're talking about. This is austerity, please, we're talking about, right? The Germans been thumbing their nose at, well, pretty much everybody within striking distance of the Mediterranean for the past year and a half, right? This is not good. So we're going to really be listening in tomorrow about the news at 5 a.m. and see what comes out of that ZEW survey. What a soap opera. Who needs cable television right now, right? That's all you need. All you need. Don't even get me started on the broadcast live from those meetings in Parliament. Oh, my goodness. So we got a ton of news tomorrow in the early morning session, okay? That's going to get things moving. Be ready for it. Then we go down to the U.S. session. We got PPI at 8:30. We got 10 o'clock housing index. And then we got long-term tick flows, Treasury International Capital. Treasury International Capital is a really important news report because that's going to show how strong everybody else is in this world. Because the tick flows are foreign investments into the United States. It's a big deal, right? What have we been worried about in the U.S.? What's the biggest threat to our economy in the U.S.? No, it's not Kim Kardashian. It's inflation and it's exports. Why do I say exports? Because our strong dollar, right? Our strong dollar means that I can go anywhere on vacation and bring a $50 bill with me and be fine, right? Our exchange rate's great. But if somebody is looking to get imported goods from the U.S. to where they are, they're not going to afford it, right? It's too difficult. Their currencies are too low. Our currency is too strong. So this should be at record lows right now. We should be seeing a very big hiccup in that right now. If we don't, something very good is coming, right? It's going to be a big clue tomorrow afternoon. We got PPI, though, Red Star News, 8:30 a.m. Be ready for that. So we've got some huge news tomorrow. We got news starting at 4:30, 5 a.m. in Europe. We jumped down to 8:30, Red Star News, PPI, right? Producer prices. Remember, they got a big problem in the U.S. right now with inflation. Here in Los Angeles, right? Big, everybody's up in arms about minimum wage, right? Everybody wants minimum wage. Guys, what is minimum wage really going to do? It's going to pass on the expense, who? To the consumer. So you want inflation? Raise minimum wage. Simple as that. Okay? That's why it's getting so much traction, right? That's why. And for good reason too, right? You know, we need a strong middle class. A high minimum wage, in my opinion, right? We're the strongest economy in the world. Pick it up, right? Pick up the collective, put the big boy pants on. Let's go to work. Okay? I say increase the minimum wage. I say bring it on up. If the employers can't afford it, well, hey, they'll find a way to do it, right? Go free market, go. So we got 8:30 a.m., 10 a.m., and 4 p.m. tomorrow. Again, all of these are really, really big news. Just remember tomorrow we got rollover on crude. If for some reason we don't have rollover on crude, it's going to be even worse because we'll be sharing volume between the 12 and the 1 contract. So tomorrow morning, check that volume at 9 o'clock. Be aware, tomorrow is most likely going to be rollover on crude. All right? Now, we got OPEX on Friday. This is the 3rd week of the month, okay? You check the OPEX calendar. Saturday they expire. Friday's the last day. So Friday is OPEX. We're not going to worry about that, though, yet. Okay? Not going to worry about OPEX until when? Tomorrow. I'm sorry, Wednesday. Wednesday is Wacky Wednesday. So we'll talk about OPEX in tomorrow's newsletter, right? And just like that, we wrap up. Guys, I want to thank you so much for being a part of my newsletter tonight. Don't forget, join our blog here, grab the free pass, register for the newsletter list, download the charts for tomorrow, and as always, if you happen to stumble over here to SchoolOfTrade.com, check out the free trial. We got one of the best free trials in the business. Okay, we've been doing this for over 10 years now. We have beginner, intermediate, and advanced memberships. And I always have somebody chained up in the basement looking forward to talking to you guys on live support. I'm joking with you. I'll give them a little cubicle. They're fine. I'm kidding. But we've always got somebody standing by here 24 hours a day, 365 on live support to give you guys any help if you need it. My name is Joseph. Hope you guys are having a great week here so far. Be safe. Be well. Learn it so you can earn it. And come out and see me tomorrow morning in my live trade room. 8 a.m. Eastern time, we open up. Have a great day out there. Don't forget, rollover for tomorrow. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Adios, amigos. Bye-bye for now.